All right, what up, Who That Nation? This is No Cap, No Filter Saints. I'm your host, Marley G, and let's go ahead on and get into this Saints Falcons recap, man. Last last time I got on stream, I predicted the Falcons to win this game. Got a little flack for it. Got called I was a fake fan. Never give a win to the Falcons when we play them as Falcons hate week. What are you doing? What are you saying? Had some people in my live after I said it, the viewers went down. But I gotta stand on what I feel, is the logical answer. I'm not really going with my heart. I'm going with just logic. And my logic was Dennis Allen is a terrible head coach. Pete Carmichael is a terrible offensive coordinator. They don't do well when it comes to preparation, even if it's a bye week. And on top of that, they lost one of their most crucial playmakers on defense, or not a playmaker, but they lost one of the most crucial pieces on defense in Marshawn Lattimore. They lost a good playmaker with Michael Thomas on offense. And I just felt Dennis Allen and Pete Carmichael couldn't compensate for that well enough to win this division rivalry game between the Saints and the Falcons at the Falcons' house. I also felt their strengths play into our weaknesses. They have a mobile quarterback. We do bad against mobile quarterbacks. They have a good run game and a fierce O line that could, you know, just do damage against inferior front sevens. And we've been doing bad when it comes to stopping the running backs this season. It's just haven't been up to par, as recent years. We thought we had that figured out when it comes to signing Nathan Shepard and Colin Sanders, but it's just not working out like how we thought it would for whatever reason. Those guys are talented, so I really don't know what the deal is. Maybe it's the scheme that Dennis Allen is running. Um, they also, got better on defense. They got Jesse Bates back there. He's been ball hawking all season, and of course, he had got the pick six. They have AJ Terrell and they have Jeff out there, which Jeff was getting abused, but you know, they 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 have a pretty decent secondary, and they have Caden Ellis, and Caden Ellis was wreaking havoc all day, and I felt like Caden Ellis was gonna wreak havoc on our tackles. Bud Dupree also, and in the interior they have on Yamada, who just like Caden Ellis, he wanted a little bit of revenge. So I predicted all these things to happen, and Caden Ellis was making plays on Yamada. He made a play on Derek Carr. Derek Carr got bailed out by A.T. Perry picking that fumble up. And that was on Derek Carr because he should have protected the ball better. But I predicted all these things to happen. Got frowned upon for it, lost some viewers in the chat for it, but I had to really just go with logic. At this point, you just gotta take your heart out of it. Go with logic. Don't just feel like, oh yeah, my Saints, they could do it. They could toughen it up. No, man. Go with logic. See what your eyes and your head been telling you. And what your eyes and your head been telling you is that we have an incompetent head coach and his staff. And it's not so much his staff. I don't really think the whole staff is doing bad. I just really think it's just him, Pete Carmichael, and the offensive line coordinator and Doug Marone. Jerry G says we suck. I'll call in another time. Yeah, that's cool, Jerry. You could call in another time. Mike says I'm pissed. Hey, Mike, I told you. I called it. I said we was gonna lose, and all those things I talked about in the last stream that we was on, it came to fruition. I said we can't stop the mobile quarterback. Time and time again. Uh, Desmond Ritter was just scrambling and making plays with his feet, like just escaping would be sacks if it was not a mobile quarterback. Time and time again, we just can't get there. And Cam Jordan, he just getting old, man. Like when it comes to setting the edge, even on some running plays, he just can't get there quick enough. And sometimes we just can't lose sight of this man is just can't be undefeated when it comes to Father Time. And he suffered a shin injury. I think he'll be okay, but Father Time is undefeated against no one. It's like, you know, stopping the run was his calling card. So that gave him the edge to start and be on them first and second down, early downs. Third downs is like, yeah, he lost a step and you kind of want somebody else to step in, but they don't have the experience and wittiness as of a vet to really make some plays. So he still be in. But when it comes to the early downs, it's like he losing the swag when it comes to that because he just ain't quick enough to set the edge. And I called all this. I said, man, that three-headed backfield he got with Algier and Bijan Robinson was going to kill us. And I knew that they was going to bring out Patterson for us. I don't really think Patterson been making noise all season, but I said he was going to be the guy that's going to step up for us. And he made some good plays down the stretch. He was getting plenty first downs for that team. And that's just backbreaking. And then when it comes to showing dominance in a fourth quarter and you know you about to run the ball. The stadium know you about to run the ball. Your opponent know you about to run the ball. That just break a team spirit, and you run the ball at will, knowing they know, and they still can't stop it. That just break a team spirit right there, and it's just such a beautiful thing to see if you're a fan of that team that's having that success. It's just a fan. It's just one of the most beautiful things to see. Like me personally, a lot of people like when the ball get thrown around in the air. Quarterbacks throw for 400 yards. Me, I like when running backs run for like 300 yards. That's what I like to see. Because when you could do that, that open up so much other stuff. That open up the play action. That settles the quarterback if he's a game manager. Like it does so much other stuff. It has the defense resting more. You know. So I called this game, and I'm not mad. A lot of people they're mad right now. A lot of people are pissed off we lost to the Falcons. I could give a rat's ass that we lost to the Falcons. I don't give a damn what the fans got to say about us. I don't give a damn about them teasing us. I don't give a damn about none of that. All I care is about my team. What are we gonna do? And at this point, I feel like Mickey Loomis have no choice but to just see the writings on the wall. And the writings on the wall is that we have an incompetent staff that could not get the most out of our players. They can't prep them right. They can't have any situation awareness when it comes to making the right choices in game. They have bad packages when the game is on the line. It was like a 3rd and 6 with the game on the line, and Alvin Kamara was not in the game. Like it just no matter how good your team is, even if you have your playmakers out there and they not injured, when you have a bad staff, it's not going to work. And let me talk about injuries. And Dennis Allen's press conference, we made it to the red zone a lot, and I think he was just blaming it on injuries. Him not having his pass catchers out there like Rashid and uh Michael Thomas and Olave and you know all those guys. Yes, that does hurt, but at the same time, man, the injury guys have threw you a big bone through the first 9 weeks of this whole season, and you squandered it. I have no sympathy. They threw you a big bone all the way up to week 10, and that's when the body started dropping. You should have been had a comfortable lead in the division enough to withstand the injuries. Now that the the injury guys saying we don't deserve that bone that we was thrown. Now they coming for all these playmakers. They coming for guys like Rashid. They coming for guys like Michael Thomas, Marshawn Lattimore, all these guys. We should have had a comfortable enough lead to withstand some injuries that we were gonna for sure see throughout the season. And I always say it's a difference between having certain injuries over others. Certain injuries you can overcome, and certain ones you just can't. The injuries that we withstand throughout the first 9 weeks, we could overcome them. We were relatively healthy. We had enough people out there of the guys that we needed to count on to get wins, and we squandered it. We squandered it all because of this coaching staff. We got a game coming up against the Lions next. I wouldn't be surprised if we mess around and upset the Lions and beat that team because we just so up and down, inconsistent, and unpredictable. And if we were to win, I would be pissed because I want the Lions to bust our ass. I'm glad that the Thursday night game against the Rams isn't flexed. They had time to flex it, but they didn't flex it. I'm glad they're not flexing it. I want to lose on prime time so the whole National Football League could just see how incompetent Dennis Allen is. The quicker he is gone, the quicker we could get to success. We all fan different. It's different paths to success. We all got the same common goal as a fan, and that's to have success for the team and to get better. My path is just lose right now, go through the storms to get to the sunshine later. I keep telling y'all, go ahead on and just convert. Even the guy Chris with Boot Crew, he converted. He said he wanted to lose to the Lions. I came on his podcast and said, yeah, I'm converted. He said, nah, I'm not converted, man. I would never want my team to lose. Now look at him. He converted. We all got a different path to success. And yeah, you might say, oh, I would never want us to lose. Um, Losing right now ain't guaranteed success. But I know one thing: it's not guaranteed success with Dennis Carr and Dennis Allen. That's not guaranteed success either. I'd rather be on the side of the fence where it's a chance. It's a chance where we can have success. If you told me you had two doors to walk through, one of them is a 50% chance at success, and the other one is just guaranteed failure. Which one you gonna do? You're gonna take the door that have a 50% success rate. If you jumped out of a helicopter and one parachute was a 50% success rate and the other one you've been seeing everyone use this parachute and it just fails every time, you're going to take the one with the 50% chance. That's what I do know. I don't know if a next head coach and another quarterback that we draft can have success. I don't know. But what I do know is Derek Carr and Dennis Allen won't have success. We ain't going nowhere as long as Dennis Allen is the head coach. Now, if we have another head coach and he's an offensive minded head coach, and we still have Derek Carr, maybe he could get the most out of Derek Carr. But I'm still ready to move on from Derek Carr. But if we do have Derek Carr for another year, so be it. But at least have that quarterback drafted in the first round behind him. That's all I ask. It's time to start thinking in the future. A lot of people say we have a lot of old players. I think we have a lot of young players too. Yeah, we got some old players in some key positions, but I really think it's more of the coaching than anything. You seen Tyrann Mathieu have 2 picks out there. He's old. Everybody talk about him, but it's more the pass rush than anything. Yes, Cam Jordan is getting old, but we just can't seem to find success at a defensive end to get him out of that starting position. We had our chance with Trey Hendrickson, but we didn't want to pay him. We didn't want to pay him. We paid Carl Granderson, and good thing we paid him early as we did, because we would probably had to play him even more had we waited. And is Carl Granderson an elite defensive end? No, I don't think so. But he's by far the best defensive guy on our defensive line. And you need the best guy on your unit. Demario Davis, yes, he's getting older. Bijan Robinson burnt him on that wheel route. And Desmond Ridder threw it in the end zone the same way I thought that Derek Carr should have threw it in the end zone to Alvin Kamara when Cedric Ellis was on him. No, Caden Ellis was on him. And that on that play, a lot of people thought that Caden Ellis, he should have threw a flag on that play, the referees, but we didn't. But when Caden Ellis was on our team, he sure got a roughing the passer flag when we played the Titans. But the ref don't like us. We all know that. But this game wasn't even much in the ref's hands. Like game was all on Dennis Allen hands. You ask me. All on Pete Carmichael hands. You ask me. And who brought back Pete Carmichael? Dennis Allen. Who seeked out Derek Carr? Dennis Allen. Meanwhile, the Raiders right now, last time I checked, they was beating the Chiefs up by 7 points. And they fired their whole staff. What do you know? They benched their starting quarterback. What do you know? They went paid Jimmy Garoppolo, they benched him. fired the head coach and some of their staff, and they started winning. What do you know? And they fans just been telling us about Derek Carr this whole time, laughing at us because we got their head coach and their quarterback. Beat their quarterback like what, 24-0 last year, and that's the guy we gave $150 million to. So they just laughing at us saying, "Oh, y'all thought our trash was gonna be y'all treasure." Tuh. Now they got an Elvin Kamara post. He say, "Thank God with a heart." What is he thankful God for? I don't know. Maybe it's some news that's gonna come out later on today or throughout this week. Maybe Derek Carr is getting benched. I don't know. Maybe Pete Carmichael is getting fired. I don't know. Maybe we see a change. I don't know. But I'll be here to report it. I can tell you that. I do know that. We're going to talk about it. I do know that. I wanted Jameis Winston to be starting and let Derek Carr just get benched. But now that I think about it, to further along with my agenda, I want Derek Carr to stay up in there. Keep doing what he's doing. Let Dennis Allen keep doing what he's doing. Because I don't want Jameis Winston to start and then he start being a savior and we start piling up wins. No. I want Dennis Allen off my team. Pete Carmichael off my team. Pete Carmichael didn't even want the job, so I can't even blame him. But I want Dennis Allen gone so that next head coach could pick his quarterback of the future and he could try to make something happen with Derek Carr. Because we're not getting rid of him. And if we get rid of him and take and just eat that cap, ooh, that'll be something. But it's happened before. The Eagles, they ate that cap hit with Carson Wentz, and they look fine. You know why? Because they got a good GM, they draft good, and they got a good roster built. And they play to the strengths of Jalen Hurts. So maybe we could do the same. All we got to do is just get Derek Carr up this team. But at the end of the day, we're gonna have to draft another quarterback. Is Jake Haener the answer? I don't know. Jake Haener could possibly be a Brock Purdy on our team, and we don't even know it. But let's bring in Jaden Daniels or Michael Penix or somebody to challenge Jaden Daniels behind Derek Carr. Let both of those guys battle it out. Maybe that sets a fire up on the Carr and make him play better. I don't know. Maybe he fold under pressure and it comes to a situation where both Derek Carr and the guy that we drafted are competing for the starting job. And Jake Haener just be that backup, or Jake Haener just be the third backup. I don't know. But I do know this: what we got right now is not working, and it won't be sustained. It won't be sustained success. I wouldn't be surprised if we beat the Lions in an upset, but guess what? It won't be sustainable success. We could beat the Lions and then lose the next week afterwards because Dennis Allen is an up and down roller coaster head coach. That's who he is. I do know one thing: the Lions got Eric Glenn on their defense. We seen what happened with Ryan Nielsen. When you get a guy that just knows Pete Carmichael, and don't even have to know Pete Carmichael, you can just look at the film. It's just bland offense. It's bland. We can't even take deep shots. The play that Chris Olave got concussed on, that would have been six if Jameis Winston would have threw that ball. He can't hit guys in stride on a deep route. He can't. And I don't know if it's because his arm strength with the injury in Green Bay. But it looked like even before that arm injury in Green Bay, it looked like he couldn't really do that consistently. Every time he throws a deep pass, more often than not, a receiver have to slow down. Jameis Winston don't got to do that. He can hit him in stride deep and run it. Chris Olave wasn't even supposed to be hurt on that play because he should have hit him up the sideline in stride. But that's another guy. You could think Derek Wilson. You could think Derek Carr to get injured. Had it happened to Mike, had it happened to Olave. And Olave can't be taking all these concussions. Olave is in his second season, and he already got like 3 concussions so far. Like, there's only so many this guy gonna be able to take in his career. Like, this can't keep happening. And a lot of times it's off a jump ball, when he coming back down to the ground. Mike says, I'm converted. Yeah, Mike, I tried to tell you. It's different ways we fan. Like, your way of fanning or your once way of fanning with no different than mine. You want success, I want success. I just want a different path. And my path is just getting a better head coach, drafting a quarterback of the future. That's my path. You know, to the point where Mickey Loomis have no choice. He has no choice. We see it all the time. You know, uh, teams move on from a guy, and will it work? Who knows? But you do know one thing: it's not working with him. It's not working with him. Cordell Patterson, that dude just a Saints killer. Taysom Hill, he's a Falcons killer. And Taysom Hill was having a good game up until that fumble. That was one of the most defining moments of the whole game. The Taysom Hill fumble and the Derek Carr pick six. The Derek Carr pick six, it took away a possible field goal. It gave them points on the board. The Taysom Hill fumble, we could have took the lead late in the game. Maybe could have changed the whole trajectory of the game. I don't think they would have started passing and panic because they just know not to do that. They're gonna stick by their guns and run the ball, even when you'll think they should be passing. They just that confident, and there's good reason to believe that they're that confident because that's their identity. Something we lack. We don't have an identity. We're not gonna beat you methodically through the air with Derek Carr and these receivers and a Pete Carmichael led offense. We're not gonna pummel you in the ground with our running backs because we don't have the O line to do it. We have no identity. Their identity and their bread and butter is the run game. And TJ Jones said on the show, what is our qualities? What is our qualities of this team? I can only think of one. That's getting turnovers. We got two today. Could have had about four. But you can still squander that because we don't do nothing with the turnovers. We don't have the offense to punch the ball in the end zone. If we get a turnover, we're going to punt the ball, turn it back over, or we're going to kick a field goal if we lucky. Blake Grupe was 4th of 5. And I just felt like, it's going to come down to a Blake Grupe kick. He's keeping us in the game. And we should have been scoring touchdowns all this time. And it's going to be a pressure moment where he's going to have a game winner on the line and he's going to miss it. He missed that very last one. And to me, I'm not even mad at him for missing that last one because I felt like the game was over anyway. And we shouldn't even been in that position. We got to score when we get in the red zone. We can't let teams run the ball on us and just demoralizing us. Just breaking our will. Lou Hetley, he had a decent game, I guess. Blake Grupe, like I say, he was 4 or 5. On a lot of those kicks that he was 4 or 5, he barely made it. So, yeah, I'm giving credit when credit due that you made the kick. But at the same time, we want to see that split between the middle of the uprights. You know? So, I'm looking at the Buffalo Bills game. They up right now in Philadelphia with it raining 17-0. Last week, they won. What did they do? They fired their offensive coordinator. And they was 5-5, just like us, I believe. They making changes. They seeing stuff is not working. It's not going to be sustainable for success if they want to go far, and they making necessary changes. Did they think? Did they know that they'll be up against a team that's competing for a Super Bowl at their house with it raining, up by 3 points? No, they didn't know, but they went out on a limb. You got to make necessary changes if you want to have sustainable success. When you see stuff consistently not working, when you constantly doing the same thing, hoping for different results, that's the definition of insanity. And right now, the Saints coaching staff and the Saints front office are just insane if they think that this regime is going to have success. And if it does have success, once again, it won't be sustainable because we are a up and down roller coaster team under Dennis Allen. This dude is like what, 22-40 as a head coach, something like that. Somebody put down the stats of his winning record in the stats. I mean, the comment section. Hurricane Mike saying some shit. Yeah, we are shit under this coaching staff, and it's not gonna change. It's not gonna change. So hopefully, Mickey Loomis don't have his goofy glasses on, and he could just see that this team desperately needs a change. We are like last in the league when it comes to play action. We run the ball on 2nd and 10 too much. We don't use our playmakers that will help us in the red zone. We take our playmakers off the field a lot. We don't get creative when it comes to having an offensive scheme in this modern day era NFL. We can't stop mobile quarterbacks. We can't stop running backs. We have an elite secondary, but the front seven is average at best. We all thought Colin Sanders was going to be the answer when we let Onyemata walk. But I keep saying, if this dude wasn't in on fullbacks, would he be getting a lot of praise that he's getting? I think that fullback package really saving him. Other than that, I think Malcolm Roach, who's been getting less snaps, been playing better than him. I think Brazil, who been getting less snaps, been showing flashes more than him. How many times we see Brian Brzee almost get a sack? How many times we see Brian Brzee in the backfield? How many times Brian Brzee we see him bat the ball down at the line of scrimmage? Tyrann Mathieu almost had 3 picks thanks to Brian Brzee tipping the ball up. Do I wish we would have had Jalen Carter? Yeah. But I'm not mad at us having Brian Brzee. We need to get better at the most important position, and that's quarterback. Jerry said playing garbage. Tell me about it, Jerry. Dennis Allen is 20-43. Oh, so I gave him 2 more wins than he should have had. I thought he was like 22-40. So yeah, 20-43 is just terrible. Like, just think about this. This dude have to win 23 games without no losses just to be at 500 as a head coach. What other head coaches is getting this opportunity? What other head coaches are getting these chances? 2 years ago, Brian Flores went like what, maybe 9 straight and still got fired. Andy Reid, before he was on the Chiefs, this dude then brought the Eagles to multiple NFC championships. Still got fired. How is Dennis Allen keeping his head coach job this long? We preaching continuity. We don't want to look like a incompetent franchise who just, in and out with head coaches, but this right here not working either. We are still looking incompetent. Saints fans are just, a lot of them are just losing hope. A lot of them are losing emotion. A lot of them don't even have emotion in the games anymore. I watched this whole game and I didn't have any emotion. I used to be what you call that? I used to be, what's the word when you do things and you have a certain routine, and if you don't do it, you think you're gonna lose. I used to be like that. Now I'm not like that at all. Like under Dennis Allen, I have no emotion. Like I don't care if we win, I don't care if we lose. Like it is what it is. If we win, fine. If we lose, fine. I don't have no emotion. We had the chance to get Doug Peterson. Yeah, that's the guy who I wanted. Everybody talking about Eric Bieniemy, but Doug Peterson isn't the guy who I wanted. Like I say, you had a Super Bowl winning head coach in the building. Nobody knows what Eric Bieniemy is as a head coach. Yes, he's a good offensive coordinator, but we don't know what he is as a head coach. We know what Doug Peterson is as a head coach. And he did it with his backup quarterback. So my thing is, we need to go ahead on and hire Doug Peterson over Eric Bieniemy. That's who I wanted. But we didn't do that. Now we have to just go on a limb and give a guy a chance. But it worked. It worked when we had Sean Payton, so it may work again. Who we going to get that chance to? I don't know. And look at Josh Allen. He just scored again. The Bills are putting a beating on the Eagles at the Eagles' house. Why it's raining? They changed their offensive coordinator, people. They made the necessary changes. They up by 10. There's no secret. There's no secret. Are we going to keep doubling down and be insane? Or are we going to make a change? I used to be so nervous watching the games, bro, because I know the talent we got. I used to be so, you know, worried about, us just winning every single game, wanting to be perfect. Now I could give a damn. I don't have no emotion going into these games. No emotions. If anything, when we lose, I feel like it's just a one step closer to getting Dennis Allen off my team. We had zero touchdowns. Yeah, Mike, zero touchdowns. Two turnovers in the red zone like 5 times, no touchdowns. And you had a bye week to work on all these things. So if you had a bye week to work on all these things and you're still getting flags, shooting yourself in the foot, you're still not having guys like Jimmy Graham who could help out in your red zone. To me, that's coaching. To me, that's coaching. Everybody think A.T. Perry the savior. I kept telling y'all, I think Shaq Davis is better than A.T. Perry. I kept telling y'all, I think Malcolm Roach is better than Saunders. Now, Shaq Davis is injured right now, but there's nothing in A.T. Perry I see that makes me think he's going to be a good starter. Like, he gives me Callaway vibes. And at least Callaway put up at least 700 yards. And he did that with Jameis Winston. But to me, a thousand yards on the season ain't even much no respectable wide receiver stat anymore because we have 17 games instead of 16 games now, and everything is just favors for the wide receiver now. But at the end of the day, if you got game, you got game, and I feel like Callaway, he's iffy when it comes to catching passes. He doesn't know his assignments. When it comes to speed, he's not that fast. He's not real physical. So he's not the best route runner. It's like what does he does well? The Giants and Patriots got one touchdown. Yeah, and look at the Giants. Tommy DeVito, he, somebody said that he has a few less touchdowns than Derek Carr, and he just starting. He just starting, and he has a few less touchdowns than Derek Carr, and Derek Carr started every single game this whole season. Think about that. Think about that. And I don't know how people are talking about Alvin Kamara saying he's washed and all this and all that. Do you see this offensive line he's running behind? Do you see the way he's utilized? Do you see his quarterback he have? Piss poor preparation between the head coach and offensive coordinator. Piss poor preparation between Doug Marrone getting these guys to have the right blocking scheme. It's really Dennis Allen and Pete Carmichael. They really like amaze me at times because it's like, damn, it's only 32 of these jobs in the whole world, and these two dudes are holding a position in those jobs, and the production that they're putting out and still having a job is just amazing. It's almost like it's almost like they're trying on purpose to be buffoons. It's almost like it's almost like the NFL is rigged. And when they predicted us to go 8-9, that is exactly what we're gonna go. Because we have this good team, but we just gotta just throw away these games. That's what it looked like. Kamara is the only one who gives a damn. Yeah, on the offense, it looked like Kamara. He the only one they give a damn. It looked like Taysom the only one they give a damn. It looked like Shaheed the only one they give a damn. Poor Shaheed, he had got injured. Um, I think he got injured on one of those plays where Derek Carr he threw the ball behind him, and then like Shaheed had to adjust to the ball. He caught the ball, but he had kind of like got tripped over on his foot or whatever. But once again, Derek Carr just it seemed like he can't throw the ball to guys in stride. He don't have real good accuracy, and like I say, I don't know if it's the injury holding him back or not with the shoulder. And I don't just think it's his shoulder; I think it's his ribs. Because I feel like with a shoulder injury, you could still kind of have your accuracy. You could still kind of have your deep ball, depending on how much pain it is. It is. But that injury happened a long time ago. I think it's just it's more than his shoulder. I think it's his ribs. Now when them ribs hurt and that back hurt, that neck hurt, that could kind of throw off your accuracy. That would have your deep balls, looking like you throwing ducks. Our number one wide receiver was A.T. Perry. To me, our number one wide receiver was Chris Olave by far this game. Chris Olave was the whole offense this game, if you ask me. Without Chris Olave, this offense really would be looking like it's just stalling out because I think he had like 114 yards just in the first half alone, I believe. Chris Olave was cooking them. Um, and like I said, they kept going to number one. They kept going at Jeff. Um, I think that was the whole game plan from the start. What it looked like to me, and it was working. It was working. I mean, the ones who ain't dead. Oh, yeah, yeah. A.T. Perry is our number one wide receiver right now. Um, I don't know what the status of Olave and Rashid Shaheed injury is, but we'll get some news soon to come. Because if A.T. Perry is our starting wide receiver, we in trouble. Because that means let's just say Olave and Shaheed miss next game. Our starting wide receiver are going to be Lynn Bolton, Heath Kirkwood, A.T. Perry, and Marquez Callaway. But y'all all wanted Traquan Smith gone so bad. I kept telling y'all before the season started, man, Pete is a luxury to have a guy like Pete, you know, on the bench. He's a Pro Bowler. And Traquan Smith is a luxury to have a guy like Traquan Smith as the fourth wide receiver. Because if one of those guys go down, he's not the fourth wide receiver no more. He's the third. And I'm fine with Traquan Smith being the third wide receiver due to an injury. Callaway might be active. Hey man, Callaway, he's an okay wide receiver, but he just ain't got that dog in him. He ain't got that dog in him. Like I say, when it comes to route running, he's not the best. When it comes to speed, he's not the fastest. Um, is he okay? Yes, he's okay. Like he's a solid fourth string receiver to me. Like he's a good guy that you'll want to be your fourth, just like Traquan Smith. But he's not a guy that you want to start. But if he has to be out there starting Marquez Callaway, you don't mind. You don't mind because it's due to injury. Any team, fourth, fifth wide receiver ain't gonna be all that. I mean, that's the reason they're the fourth or fifth wide receiver in the first place. You're not gonna have prime Marcus Colston as your fourth wide receiver. I mean, that just is what it is. We deserve this, yeah. Yeah, Mike, we do deserve this. I'm about to get ready to open up the phone lines for anybody who wanna come talk, come get your thoughts off, and you know we can go ahead on and have a conversation. Cause I didn't did enough rambling. I want to hear you guys' thoughts. All right, the link is in the chat. Feel free to hit the link. I'll bring you on. We can come talk about this Saints loss, and we're gonna go from there. Like what's next? Like, what do you guys think that we should do from here? Um, we got the Lions next. Um, they for sure got some people in the building who know us. They know our tendencies. Dan Campbell, he's been around Pete Carmichael for years. He knows his tendencies. We got Aaron Glenn. He knows a lot of Dennis Allen tendencies. Um, they have Alex Anzalone. He knows Pete Carmichael tendencies. They have seated Deuce. He knows Dennis Allen and Pete Carmichael's tendencies. This is going to be a interesting game to watch. And I'm most so focused on Ben Johnson offense versus Dennis Allen's defense. That's what I'm most so focused on. You know, and are we going to be able to stop Montgomery? Are we going to be able to stop Jameer Gibbs? Are we going to be able to stop Sam Laporta? Like, that's what I'm interested in. It's going to be an interesting game. Let's see how we bounce back throughout this week. Let's see if we make any changes. Do we? Maybe so. But my money on my money is on we don't make any changes. All we're gonna do is just say they're gonna look at the film, try to get better, and they're gonna clean up some things. And the Eagles just scored again. And the Eagles, they're not gonna just roll over and just let you come to their house and just dog walk them. That's just not the type of team that they are. They have too much pride, too much good players, too much good of a roster. But I do hope they lose because I just can't stand the Eagles. Who removed my comment? Pammy Whammy, welcome to the show. I don't know who removed your comment, but whatever you said, you could just go ahead on and repost it. I'll reply to it. Jerry says, I don't feel like calling in, too pissed to come on, maybe next time. Oh, that's fine, Jerry. I mean, at this point, Jerry, I don't understand why you're so mad. You might as well just come on and convert to this side, bro. It don't make you less of a fan if you want the team to lose in order to have better success for the future. Trust me, it don't make you less of a fan. Now, do I ask for you to convert and root actively for us to lose? You don't have to, but don't get mad when we do lose. That's all I'm asking. That's all I'm asking. Don't let the team get you so upset that you just getting in a bad mood and it just ruining your day. That's all I'm asking you. Like, I detach from emotion with this team. Like, as long as we have Dennis Allen, I detach from all emotion. I'm not even going to another game anymore. As long as Dennis Allen had this team run. The only way I'll probably go to another game is if we're on like a 4-game winning streak and we have a new quarterback under the helm and we have a new offensive coordinator under the helm. But they have to show me sustained success. They have to show me consistent success. I don't know, Pammy. Yeah, Pammy, just go ahead on and repost your comment. I'll get to it. I'm gonna go ahead on and bring Hurricane Mike to the stage. All right, Mike, I gave you my prediction last time we was on stream, and everything came to fruition, just like how I called it. What you got to say?
Um, First, I just want to say I told you so, and not because I thought that the Saints were going to lose to Atlanta, because I thought we were going to win because I'm a Saints fan, but this is why I'm going to say I told you so. So, everybody kept saying, Dennis Allen, he might be a top 10 defensive mind in the NFL. Man, shut up. And shut up. Dennis Allen couldn't call. He couldn't call Dookie. No, he called Dookie. Man, that man Desmond Ritter was looking like prime Michael Vick with the arm strength of Tom Brady. Man, I don't want to hear it about how Dennis Allen's a good defensive mind. I don't want to hear it. Because in that case, then freaking Pete Carmichael could be a good defensive mind then as our offensive coordinator then. If that's your goal. I don't want to hear how Dennis Allen is a defensive genius, that he's going to save the team if we put him as defensive coordinator. Man, we weren't even doing that great when he was our defensive coordinator. We were doing good. good enough to not to good enough to have like a top 10 defense. But are you really gonna sit there and tell me that if we didn't have any other guy who's capable on calling defensive plays, that this defense would not be good? The defense wasn't good. And look, I love Cameron Jordan till the day I die. I love my man Cam Jordan. But he's gotta hang it up at this point. Either that or go to another team and chase for a ring because like that man has regressed mighty. And I'm not trying to bring my own guys down, but that man, I don't even think recorded a single tackle. No, he had one. He had an assist. An assist. I don't even know why they count those. But he had an assist. Means he didn't even get credit for the full tackle. Man, I don't know where we go from here. We're probably gonna get our ass busted by the Lions, and even if we do, who gives a damn? Man, the coaches don't give a damn. Why should I? And I'm trying to be as respectful as I want and not tear you up from you being a person. But for those who are saying that Denzel's not the problem, you have to be medically blind. And I am more than frustrated. I am something more than frustrated. You know, they call me Hurricane Mike for a reason. I'm not going to get upset. I already did all the lashing out I needed to. But we let Cordell Patterson, a dude who barely plays now, this man broke a tackle off of 5 guys and got 5 yards. Desmond Ridder, we had him in the backfield for a sack. He runs for 8 yards. Freaking Drake London, catching bodies. Freaking who else? Van Jefferson caught a damn pass. Man, it seems pathetic. Blake Groupie was the only person who could score. Then Derek Carr, he threw a touchdown just to the other damn team. I don't know where to go from here.
Yeah, you did say that Dennis Allen was overrated.
Yeah. And back then they were saying, what are you talking about? He's a good defensive coordinator. Are you seeing the same stuff I'm doing? He got destroyed by Tyson Bagent. He got destroyed by Gardner Minshew. He got destroyed by Desmond Ridder. Fraud alert. Fraud alert.
Hey, Mike. So, what you feel like we could do against the Lions? Like, do you think we're gonna have anybody fired? Do you think anybody's gonna step down? Like, a lot of these teams have been getting rid of their offensive coordinators. Do you see any change coming throughout this week?
I do not. And here's why. If the Saints are going to fire somebody, it would have already been done. And you could be like, but we were still in the division. We were still keeping it close. Well, if we're keeping things close, then we might as well just let them go at the end of the season then. Since y'all just care about pride. So I'm down. Man, I don't even know what a touchdown is no more.
Red zone woes is just continuing. We went to the red zone 5 times, not one conversion. Thank God we had Blake Groupie making those 4 kicks, keeping us in the game. Because without that, this game could have been looking real ugly. And thank God we had those 2 interceptions by Tyrann Matthew. It'd have been really out of hand. And I just felt like the 2 biggest plays in the game was Taysom fumble and Derek Carr pick 6.
Hey, I got converted, by the way.
Yeah, man. Like I said, man, it don't make you less of a fan if you want your team to, you know, lose in order for a good thing to happen. Like, we just need Mickey Loomis to just see the light, bro.
But
And
you know the funny thing, though?
yeah,
The Saints, and I think I said this last time, the Saints have not drafted a quarterback in the first round in 56 years. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me 56 times. Punch me in the face and Spit on me. Why have we not drafted a quarterback in the first round of 56 motherfucking years?
Yeah, man. I just think that this is the time, and I keep saying I want to lose just because I feel like I keep saying it. We get a new head coach to pick his guy he wants. Pick his guy he won't. Let him be an offensive minded head coach. We kill two birds with one stone by having a head coach and offensive coordinator, and we go from there. Will it work? I don't know, but I do know one thing: the regime we got right now is not working either.
Yeah. And y'all and the some of the dumb Saints fans are gonna be like, but guess what? We are still half a game behind. We're still a game under first place. Last time I checked, are the Saints first? No. And not only that, the Saints have now lost to Tampa Bay and Atlanta, two teams that we're competing with. And that's why if the Saints had any damn pride, we needed to beat Atlanta because there's no way we're beating Detroit. I want to think that there's a chance, but there's no way. I have people saying that was a guarantee that we'll beat Jacksonville because we beat good teams, we'll lose the sucky ones. I don't even think we can beat a sucky, or I don't think we can beat a good team now. Like, like we have exactly three good teams on our schedule, and guess what? If we lose to Detroit, we'll be 0-3 against teams with, I believe, a winning record or some shit. I don't know. But it's okay. You know why? Because we're all a big family. Man, you're always safe here. So it doesn't matter if you go 0-17 for the next decade. You're always going to be safe in New Orleans, man. Shut up. Fire the dude. Fire them into the sun. Fire them into next week. Fire them. I don't care where they go. Man, send them to freaking Atlanta so we can bust them.
Tammy says we basically left 27 points on the board on the damn field.
That's it. I thought we left more than that.
Let me bring it on to Jerry.
And
How you doing, Jerry?
Better.
Like I say, man, you said you don't feel like calling in, you too pissed, man. Like at this point, Jerry, I don't see why you mad, bro. Like this team just ain't it. Like we just don't have
not.
we don't have the right ingredients to beat a Super Bowl team. And that
No, we don't.
and that is having a head coaching staff first. That is having a quarterback second. That is having the ability to run the ball. Like we can't run the ball on nobody. You need to have a running game that travels in the playoffs. We can't stop the run. We can't stop nobody run. So we don't have no pass rush. So it's
we don't. Let's just call it for what it is. We just fucking suck.
Yeah.
I'm point blank. We just fucking suck.
That's a compliment.
Now, no ands, ifs, or buts about it. We fucking suck.
Yep.
Because no cap and Mike and Pammy, after that game was over, I said I am not going to watch no. I just don't feel like watching no press conference, bro. Because every week it's the same thing. Every week it's the same old story, and I'm just tired of it. So I said, you know what? I ain't even going to watch no press conferences this week because if I do, I'm gonna be more pissed. So my only saving grace is to just not watch it. And I'm glad I didn't. Because it's going to be the same excuse, just like every week. And I'm just and no cat and Mike and Pammy, I'm just tired of it. I just want to just get away from it.
Yeah, TJ said it himself. Like he don't watch the conference. He just look at the clip notes because it just saves his sanity. And I do the same. Like, why sit up there? I'm bored watching Dennis Allen on the sideline during an active game. You think I'm gonna be entertained watching him after a loss during a press conference and him just give all the dumb political correct answers, talking about, oh yeah, I think we improved in the red zone. Do you not?
No, you know what? No cap. You know what the question that the media should be asking Dennis Allen? Dennis, when are you when are you going to get fired the next day? So somebody else can come in there and take your job.
I hate everything about Dennis Allen. Man,
hey,
you know what I'm about to do? You know what I wish can happen? You know how can the police be arrested and personal lives not promised? This is what I want somebody to do, not me, because then they're gonna go after me. Can somebody call the police and say, "Hey, Dennis Allen, he's doing drugs outside my house. Pete Carmichael is a drug lord. Freaking Derek Carr, he's smoking crack. Get them all out, man. Then they can arrest all three of them, man. They might as well be arrested. Their brains are already locked up, never to be seen again."
All right, we got Pammy on the stream. What you got to say, Pam?
Hey, no cap. Thanks for having this event and session. I guess you could say that, but I said,
family.
"Hey, Jerry. Hey, Mike.
Um,
Um, I said this a couple weeks ago. Dennis Allen is a sous chef, and once we understand this, that Dennis Allen can't cook up a whole meal, that he can help prepare the meal." And not cook a meal, then we'll understand that we'll never go in there with Dennis Allen. We'll win a game. You know, he's 20, 59, 48, whatever, But he's the worst active head coach still with a job in the NFL. So that doesn't tell you all of what you need to know. Then I don't know what else to tell you. I thought, boy, you can ask Jerry. I said I wasn't watching other Saints games. I knew what it was going to be. We don't
Still got,
have the head coach.
still got your YouTube open,
We
Pam?
don't. I'm sorry, huh?
Still have your YouTube window open? I'm kind of hearing the echo.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No, I think I
That's
do.
all right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Is
just
it better now?
talk.
Oh, is it better now?
Yeah,
Uh,
just going in and out. I mean,
yeah, it's a
Is
little
we
bit.
it?
can hear we can hear you, but
Yeah,
it's
when
just
you keep the
doing
stream
all that
yard open
all
and the
that
YouTube window
like
open,
static or
have
something.
yeah.
Okay. How did I do that? How do I take the window off?
Just close out your
Okay.
YouTube window.
You want me to go out and come back in?
I mean, you can, but I just try to close out your YouTube window and just stay on StreamYard.
Yeah,
Okay. Let me
I
see.
think that might. Yeah, that's the way I do it.
yeah, that's how I do it too.
I don't think I've done that before. I don't know how to do that.
Sound fine now, so it should be okay.
Yeah, she'll come back in. But
Yeah.
but uh, but hearing about Mike, what Mikey just said, we 5-6 right now. You might as well go ahead and say 5-7 next Sunday because I just don't see this. No cap and Mike. As much as I love my New Orleans Saints, I wouldn't trade this team for nobody. But we're not winning next week. We are not winning next week. Not the way this team is playing. Not the
Yeah.
way this team is playing, bro. What's up,
Yeah.
Snake
We
Mike?
such an up and down team. I wouldn't be surprised if we just pull off an upset. Like I wouldn't be surprised.
Because
But
I
guess
mean,
what?
cause look what you got, bro. I mean, after coming straight off the bye week, this team should be as healthy as they can be. But what we got right now, look at what we got right now. We got Michael Thomas on IR. We just heard that Marshawn Lattimore on IR. And Olave hurt. Shaheed hurt. I don't know if Cam Jordan hurt. I don't know.
Yeah.
This supposed to be the healthiest team that's trying to make a run, trying to get to the playoffs. At least look to go into the playoffs. But with these injuries that we got now, I just Pammy, Mike, no cap,
Uh-huh.
snake bite. I just don't. I just did not see this team the way it's looking right now. I just don't see this team even trying to make a run in the playoffs. They won't even see the playoffs the way they playing.
Yep.
What you got?
Dennis Allen is 20-43. How have you coached 63 professional football games as a grown ass man and you only win 20 of them? And I don't give a damn if you have a good team or a bad team. 20 wins? Oh, I can do that for a quarter of the damn price.
I would not, Mike. I would not be surprised when you wake up first thing in the morning, even before around 6 o'clock in the morning, when you hear breaking news that the New Orleans Saints fired Dennis Allen.
Well, I'm gonna throw a
It
party.
ain't happening. It ain't happening.
But we all know it ain't gonna happen. But wouldn't it be great if it did happen?
Oh, trust me,
Wouldn't it
I'm
be
gonna make
great if
a
it
probably
did
like a
happen?
20-minute video just me celebrating.
Hey man, I'm about to be 34 soon. My going out days are over. Trust me when I tell you, I don't go to the club, I don't go to lounges, I don't go to bars. But if you get that news that Dennis Allen is fired, that's when
Man.
I will be somewhere partying like it's 1999.
Be jamming on some Prince.
I'm on the kid and play house. I'm gonna be drinking. I'm a man. Look, I'm calling out from work the next day, and I might go celebrate at work.
Look,
Yeah.
you gonna have you gonna act the ass that day if that breaking news happen.
Oh yeah, I'm going to work. You get teased by Cowboys fans. You get teased by Texans fans. I'm in Houston, so I get the
Oh
tease.
yeah.
What you got for us, Pammy? Since you called back in,
I know. Is it better now?
yeah.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's a little bit better.
Okay,
A bit better
okay.
now.
No, I was, just saying that we don't have a head coach. We don't have an offensive coordinator. It's a bad group right now, and um, I blame Mickey Loomis for a lot of this because we had Doug Peterson in the we had Doug Peterson in the building. In the building, interviewed him, everything, and you went off of what Sean Payton told you. It shouldn't. Sean Payton shouldn't even come in the equation when you were picking out a head coach for your future. And I feel like Dennis Allen would have stayed on if Doug Peterson had wanted him to stay on. Um, Dennis Allen is just not a head coach. He's not a head coach. I don't care how much we try to force this thing. He's not. Derek Carr, a fine person, I guess. I don't know him personally, but I don't get how you are in the league for 10 years and you lock in on receivers. And it's like before you even or receive the ball by the center, hike the ball, you know who you throwing it to. And I don't get that. It's like you lock in on that person in your mind and you cannot get it off your mind who you gonna throw it to. You don't go through your progressions. You don't even look for anybody else. So I just
Hey,
don't get it.
well, let me correct you, Pammy. We didn't have Doug Peterson in the building. We actually had Eric Bieniemy in the building for like 8 hours. We gave Doug Peterson
Okay.
a Zoom call. A head coach
Okay.
winning Super Bowl head coach a Zoom call. That's what we gave to
A
Doug Peterson.
Zoom call. And
You
that's
better
even worse.
put that when he came to the dome.
That's even worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
mean that tell you we just had we had Dennis Allen picked before they even did any type of head coach.
Exactly.
They just had
Yeah.
uh
And no,
just
no cap. Put Snake Bites comment before this one right here. Here we go. He said we ain't winning the division and sure as hell ain't getting a wild card spot. That is true. That
Yeah.
is true, Snake Bite, because
Shoot, I don't even know if we can beat the damn Panthers the way we're playing.
I
and they
don't
and
want
they
to
and
win
they
the
lost
division.
to the Titans earlier.
Yeah, I don't even.
That
Like, I
wouldn't
know we
even
beat the Panthers back in week
again.
two,
I
but
don't
if we play
want
them again, we're gonna probably get destroyed.
But again, I don't want to win the division because if you're talking about going into next year, winning the division, do you know how much harder our schedule is going to be? And you talking about potentially still keeping DA and Dennis Carr? I mean, Derek Carr?
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
No, we can't even
No
beat
way.
the people that we're supposed to beat now.
Yeah.
No, and
Snake Bite.
We play
we're
the
going to get
Chiefs next
destroyed
year.
next year.
Yeah.
We play the
Yeah.
Shoot.
Chiefs next year.
Snake.
Did y'all know that? We play the
Yeah.
damn AFC West next year.
And we already know how that's gonna end up.
Dude, we're gonna we play the Raiders, Chargers, Chiefs, freaking what Broncos. First of all, Sean Payton He's going to drop a game plan. And he's going to kill us. Justin Herbert is going to be a single man wrecking ball. The Raiders, I don't even know what's going to happen, but we're probably going to get blown out by them. And the Chiefs, Pat Mahomes is going to do some wizardry.
So you looking at a sweep from the AFC West.
So those are 4 losses right there. And I don't even want. And we're probably going to split most of our divisional games. So that's already 8 losses. And maybe, just maybe, if the Panthers still have not found their groove by next year, maybe we sweep them, if that. So we're probably going to have like 5 to 6 losses already guaranteed. So yeah, we're probably not going to be good next year, especially under this stupid ass coaching staff.
Exactly. And Snakebite said we barely beat the Panthers week 2, and they're the worst team in the league. Yeah, sitting at a 1-10 record. And you talking about we look bad. Hell, the Panthers look even worse. And here we sitting at 5-6, and they sitting at 1-10, and they in the bottom of the division.
And we barely beat them. That's crazy.
Exactly.
Dog, the only reason we beat them is because the receivers ran into each other.
Mm-hmm.
And I guarantee you, if we played the Panthers like week 4, week 5, we would have probably lost. The only reason we won that game is because it was week 2.
Yeah.
Well, the proof was in the pudding last year when we played the Panthers and we played Baker Mayfield and we played Sam Darnold, and they had like some very low QBR ratings, and we still like that's unheard of, the QB that they have, and they still managed to win. Like you just ain't no way to lose at that point. Like you could have everything going your way and still lose it. Matt Moscona said that if we would have beat the Falcons, we'd have had like an 80% chance, 80-something percent chance to make the playoffs. But he could have won.
And Matt Moscona he was pissed too, bro. You could tell the reaction in Matt Moscona. Shouts out to Matt Moscona, because he does his stuff every day on his channel, and then he goes to do his thing with the Baton Rouge, or 104.5 in ESPN in Baton Rouge. That I'm
you
telling
could tell
you,
he was pissed because he was cussing, just letting them fly in front of his son. So you know he.
Oh yeah. I think he's got to the point. I don't even think he's pissed anymore. He's at the point that he's told people this before, that Derek Carr wouldn't answer, and a lot of people he had backlash from people, right? And so I don't think he's pissed. I think he's just I told y'all this.
I think he's kind of like low key.
I think he's pissed at the thought of Dennis Allen coming back. Like Dennis Allen. That's
because look, Jameis Winston is not leading you to Super Bowl, but neither is Derek Carr. Let's just get that out the way. And Jay Cannon are surely not leading you to no damn Super Bowl. And Dennis Allen, you really trust Dennis Allen to beat Andy Reid in a Super Bowl contest?
Mike, let me pinpoint you right there. Now, you heard me say a few times, and Pammy probably remember this too. And I think you too, No Cap, that I'm not thinking about a Super Bowl right now. I just want to finish. I just want to just finish this season strong. I just want the Saints to finish strong. That's all I want.
I don't want any leeway to bring Dennis Allen back.
Yep. But watch, I guarantee you at the end of the season, Dennis Allen, he's going to win like 3 or 4 more games than he's supposed to. And then we're going to be like, well, the record was actually like 7, 10, or 8, 9. They're going to bring him back. And I guarantee y'all that's what they're going to do. Man, because I've seen this shit before. Like, watching the Saints is like watching a movie you've already seen before. You already know what the ending is, but you just watch it just because you have nothing better to do.
Well, I've said we're living in the movie Groundhog Day. We keep living the same football game over every Sunday. We're reliving the same game.
Yep.
Over and over again.
It's just like a repeated movie. Much as you love it so much, you just want to put it on repeat. It's crazy.
It is crazy.
Yeah. I don't think it's crazy. I just think it's absolutely really ridiculous how you can have 53 grown men on a national football team as professional players that they've been training their entire lives to do, and they can't even play good football for 60 damn minutes.
Look,
We're just asking for 60
you know
minutes.
what,
We're
Mike?
not asking
You know
for
what?
nothing
I'm glad
more.
I am so glad you said that because you can relate to this. And Pammy and No Cap, you can back me up on this. Okay. The Saints defense is supposed to be like one of the most dominant defenses in the NFL, right?
Yeah.
Why
Right.
we cannot sack a quarter? Why we can't sack the quarterback? Why we can't sack a quarterback?
But we have no pass rushers.
And I told y'all,
Nope.
Dennis Allen is not who y'all thought he was.
Somebody have an echo.
Yeah.
I don't think it's me, is it?
Well, it's not me.
Definitely not me.
Oh.
So I'm not even signed into these two right now. So I know damn well on there.
I don't know. But
Yeah, I think it's you, Pammy.
Oh God.
I don't know. But like windows open. Like if you're on your phone, like you got StreamYard open and you got YouTube open, you just gotta exit out that YouTube window.
Oh, okay. I don't hear it anymore. I
Yeah.
don't hear any echoing now.
Does that sound better?
Yeah.
That's much better.
But yeah, I told y'all Dennis Allen was not who y'all thought he was. And people kept saying, it was crazy. Man, because Dennis Allen, right? He be leading us to top 10 defenses. Anybody who's a respectable defensive coach could lead his defense to top 10. When you draft Marshawn Lattimore, when you sign Marcus May, when you sign Tyrann Mathieu, obviously your defense will be top 10. But what are you also going to do? You're going to get walked by Tyson Bagent. You're going to get walked by Desmond Ritter. You're going to have 5 grown men trying to tackle Cordell Patterson, and he still gets 5 yards. But no, I'm the crazy one because I said Dennis Allen was an overrated defensive coach. Man, shut up.
Look, Mike,
Michael, go take your blood pressure pill. We do
man,
not
bro, we need you around, Mike. We don't want to lose you, bro. you worse than me.
All the way
I'm
down.
calm,
Michael,
bro.
don't get yourself upset. I'm
Man.
telling you, it's not worth it. I checked out weeks ago. I'm telling you, I refuse.
Oh,
to
Pam, oh my goodness. You talking about now, Mike? You talking about you being riled up and me being riled up? Pammy in the comment section, oh, she was more pissed than us.
Oh yeah, I checked
I mean, full blown pissed.
Yeah, I checked out after the Houston game. I spent like $230 on my ticket.
I don't blame you. I would have checked out too.
Man,
after that, I said I'd never spend my money on going to a Dennis Allen led team.
I don't blame you.
Thank God I'll be at home after church on Sunday. Because somebody asked me, can you just take a day off from church and just go to a Saint game? I said, nah, not expensive as the tickets is right now. I'm
just
good.
Saints fans that went to Atlanta, drove
Yep.
or caught a flight.
Hotel.
Hey, y'all remember in Chicago a few years ago where like not even at Bears games, well yes at Bears games, but like they were at Cubs games, they were at Bulls games where they were just shouting fire Nagy. Maybe that's what we got to do. Maybe if we go to a Pelicans game and shout fire for DA, maybe they'll do that. Because apparently if we shout at the Saints game, they won't do that.
Y'all didn't see that, if y'all did not see that YouTube short I did earlier,
Oh, I saw it.
You saw it, Mike.
Yeah.
I said I did like in the WWE. I say fire DA, clap 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 clap.
Maybe we gotta do that at Pelicans games because they won't listen to us in Saints games. But in a different thing, they'll listen to us, right? Because that's what happened in Chicago when they were doing that Bears games. They kept nagging, but when they did that Bulls games, that's when they fired. Maybe that's what we gotta do.
Don't forget what happened in Pittsburgh last week because everybody was saying all the Steeler Nation saying fire Canada. And look what happened last week. They fired Canada. So I said to myself, I said, wait a minute. Okay, now if the Steelers can fire Matt Canada, why can't the Saints fire Pete Carmichael?
Yeah.
Hello.
People were like, maybe the Saints, or maybe we should stop spending the money on the Saints, and maybe that's true, but maybe we have to go all out and just start shouting, fire them, and then just get up in their ear, and then maybe they'll listen to us by some miracle. Jesus, please.
You know what? I can hear it right now, Mike. Fire DA.
That's man, they're so lucky I have my TV on mute every single Saints game.
Well, not just let it be seen. Like, come up there with banners, come up there with signs, come up there with shirts.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's what we gotta do. We have to create a company that just has all fire DA and fire Pete merch, and then just go wild at Saints games and just show them that we actually give a damn.
Yep.
Because they don't give a damn. You know why they don't give a damn? Because that's money. And money is money. And money is green things that you can buy to make your fan base more happy. Because you'll sign an expensive free agent that you think's going to do well. But when they come to New Orleans, they're going to forget how to play football.
Honestly, I didn't even watch the game today. And I'm glad I didn't. I had plans visiting a friend who came into town, but I'm glad I didn't watch that. I had a bad feeling going into this game. Yeah, you can do that, Snake Bite.
Well, see, that's what I'm talking about. Like, don't let this team, just take control of your commotions. Like, don't
mess up your week.
Control over you. Like, Dennis Allen ain't worth you getting mad, and change the plan on your day or your week.
Absolutely.
But hey, now we have the Pelicans, and the Pelicans have been hot. So maybe the Pelicans know how to play basketball. Maybe we just need to go out all for them, I guess. Maybe they're the best New Orleans sports team out there. But there is an official rule. I just realized this ever since 2018. There is a rule that both New Orleans teams, no matter what they are no longer allowed to be good at the same time. Because look, from 2018 to 2020, right? The Saints were pretty good, but the Pelicans pretty trash. But the last 2 years, the Pelicans have been really good. The Saints have been really trash. So apparently there's some unhidden rule that both New Orleans teams, if they're good at the same time, the world will literally explode.
Yeah. And I see the Pelicans. They won a few games. I know they lost to Utah Saturday night.
That's bullcrap. I don't know why last year we couldn't beat Utah, and this year, we play them tomorrow night, but apparently Utah is just trying to own us right now.
Well, Mike, it's early. It's early in the season, bro.
I know, but I have no faith anymore. And
I get it.
At this point, honestly, I just hope freaking Dennis Allen just can't stump your toe or something.
Man, bruh. Now, I've been saying this. I don't know how long. Now, Dennis Allen as a defensive coordinator, he's good at that. I've been saying that forever. He's good as a defensive coordinator, a defensive coach. He knows his defense. But when it came down to the head coaching, no. He is not head coach material.
I think that's the reason why his defense taking a step back, because he got to focus on other things, and he's not good at.
And some people been telling me that. Even my father told me. He said, "Bruh, Dennis Allen is not the answer." I said, "Dad, I already know that. We know him as a defensive coordinator because he's good at that. Because it had not been for Dennis Allen being defensive coordinator, the Saints, as dominant as that defense was in the top 5, top 10 when it came to that defense, because they know what to do. because Dennis Allen knows defense. The man don't know offense too well.
Yeah.
Defense, yes. Offense, no.
Yeah. Like, and that's what bothers me, right? Because, like, for example, the 49ers defensive coordinator last year was D'Amico Ryans. He gets a head coaching job, and I repeat, he was a defensive coordinator. He gets a head coaching job to work with a quarterback, a rookie quarterback in Houston, Texas, and he's winning games. They are literally second place in their damn division. So apparently,
they recently lost to the Jaguars.
I know, but they kept it close though, right? They kept it close to the division rival, and they blew them the hell out last time they played. So I don't think it was that we picked a defensive coach. I think it was that we picked the wrong defensive coach. Because clearly not all defensive coaches are bums at head coach. Because D'Amico Ryans, he was a defensive coordinator. That man might win Coach of the Year this year as a head coach. So now all defensive coordinators are these scrubs that y'all think they are, but we just got the wrong one.
You know something? No cap and Pammy and Mike. I just had a vision. Think about this. If you had a newer Saints coaching staff, I would predict that Pammy would be head coach, myself be assistant head coach, Mikey can be the offensive coordinator, and No Cap can be the defensive coordinator. Think about that. The first,
I do have a headset that's pretty broken.
Female head coach in the NFL to coach the Saints team.
We will win more than 20 games. I guarantee you that.
Because you make better, because Miss Pammy, you make better decisions.
Shit, I'll get the offense bet. I'll get the offensive score in the red zone.
Hello. 0-5 in the red zone is just unacceptable. I'm sorry.
Dude, hey, put me as the offensive coordinator, and I'm like, hey, score in the red zone, or else I shoot your ass. Say,
oh, no, don't say that, Brad.
Well, he was on the violence.
We got a violence, Mike. No, I take it back. No, I'll let you be the assistant kid, because you get a little bit carried away, Mike.
Yeah.
I'm just messing with you, man.
Proposed by Ian Rappaport. Saints coordinator threatened to shoot player if he don't score.
Oh God.
Seriously, if I was the offensive coordinator, man, like I wouldn't just let that slide though. Man, I wouldn't let that slide.
Philly going for the game tying field goal right here.
Oh yeah,
I'm
looking at that.
Man, I swear, if he misses, like Jake Elliott, he's a good ass
kicker.
He made it.
He got it. Jake Elliott got it.
Score.
It's 31 tied up, 20 seconds left.
Yes.
Oh wow!
Like we might have some bonus football in Philly.
Okay.
Bills Eagles, man.
Buffalo put up 31 points on that Philadelphia defense at their house after firing their offensive coordinator.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
And Philadelphia has to turn right back around to play the 49ers next week. So
that's gonna that's going to be a brawl.
Oh yeah.
Because remember the last time those two teams faced off was last year, and Philly just beat the brakes off of them.
Yep.
Well, they saying they won because of Brock Purdy got injured and he's back up got injured.
Oh wow.
And they won it on Thanksgiving night the other night over the Seahawks.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, Snake Bite. Look, going to overtime, bro.
Besides Derek Carr, who each one of y'all, who's been like y'all most, underwhelming player so far, and who's been a player to y'all who y'all think just kind of been overachieving or just been playing a very good season to y'all? Like if you could pick one player who's been underachieving and one player who's been overachieving, but you can't say Derek Carr.
Okay. Well, let me think.
I'll let you start, Pammy.
Oh my God, why you put on me? I just said let me think, Jerry.
First, Okay,
Go,
well,
Mike.
look, first, ladies first. I
Oh
got
God. Okay,
it was
no, we're
out of
gonna do
respect.
ladies last on this one.
Okay, okay, I'll take your word. I'm just being a gentleman.
Okay, thank you, Jerry.
You welcome. Well, I guess
Overall.
I'll start. Besides, what was that question again? No cap.
One player who's been overachieving to y'all this season, and one player who's been underachieving.
Oh, I know my answers.
Go ahead, Mike.
So my overachieving player has definitely been Carl Granderson. I expected him to have maybe a solid year, but not leading the damn defensive line with Cameron Jordan on it in sacks. And my underachiever, I mean, I think it's pretty simple. His first name has 5 letters, second name has 4 letters, and it's something that you drive into the ground. Derek Carr, because I was the and you
We
can back
just
me
said
up on
you
this.
can't say Derek,
You say it's anybody besides Derek
but
Carr.
Derek
Oh,
Carr.
anybody besides Derek Carr?
Yeah.
Okay,
No,
so
no,
my
leave him out
other,
the picture.
all right, so out the picture, then I think it's pretty simple. Um, I think the underachiever has been Juwan Johnson because he like he went crazy last year, got us expectations, and and I don't know if it's exactly his fault, but something ain't right with him.
Mm. Well, my overachievement player out of this to me, I have to go with ooh, it's gonna be a tough one right here. I'm gonna have to go with ooh, boy, this is a tough decision. You know what? I'm gonna go. My overachievement player is Chris Olave for
Mm.
overachievement. Underachievement on the defensive side, I gotta go with Paulson Adebo.
You say
And
he's underachieving.
I'll tell you why, because Adebo showed me something this year. That guy showed me something. That dude stepped up to the plate.
No, he gonna be your overachiever then.
Well,
Yeah,
I take it back.
got
Overachieving is
Yeah,
Paulson
which was
Adebo.
my
The other,
my
the,
choice
o- the
too.
other one, the other one, Olave.
okay.
Yeah.
Under because and the reason why because Paulson Adebo in that Indianapolis game was clutch. He was clutch in that game. That dude, I don't know, did he get like 2 interceptions in that game?
I think he only had one.
Or they only had one? No,
I
Snake Back.
I, I remember it was
I
because Nicky
changed it.
overthrew.
Now he
Snake
had
Back. I changed it, bro.
he had two interceptions that Coast game.
Yeah,
All
he
right.
did. I thought it was two. No, I had to correct that. I mean, because like I said, Debo showed me something. He showed me something, and underachieve. You know what? Forget about not a live. Underachieve. Give me shoot. What's that? What's one of those guys? Give me. Damn, it's so many.
Oh, I think the entire team is underachieving at this point.
You know what? Right there, that part right there. Give me the whole team that was underachieving because oh my goodness,
The entire team has been playing like doo doo
man. And
from top to bottom.
we supposed to be one of the best teams in the NFC, and we playing like we don't know how to play.
Man, we might be the
I
worst team in
mean,
the
I mean,
NFL.
I mean the defense. I mean the defense did their part. I mean, but I told this on T.J. Jones' show. No cap. That the defense. I mean, they just like play the whole game or something like that. Offense and defense. Because they did because that defense, they just woke up. They just played their asses off out there. I'm just telling it like it is.
Yeah.
Who you got,
So,
Pammy?
My underachiever has to be Trevor Penning. Um I I feel sorry for the kid. I just thought maybe, after he was injured last year and he was able to make it to OTAs and mini camp and was able to kind of maybe I was hoping he would be able to turn a corner, and now he's so buried in the depth chart. I don't even do he even dress out? I don't know. So I definitely underachieving for him. And I would have to say Paulson Debo has to be the overachiever. He just had such a little sophomore slump last year. And for him to break out the way he has this year, it's been refreshing to see. And that we don't have to worry about our corners anymore, even though, well, now we do with Lattimore out. But it was just good to be able to breathe a sigh of relief for them in the beginning of the season. When we didn't have to worry about our corners. I mean, we were worried about other things, but we didn't have to worry about them. So I would say Paulson Adebo definitely.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Y'all
Fair
are
enough.
candidates. My two guys, like Mike said, you could go with a lot of different guys, but if I had to choose two, my overachiever probably have to be. Um, I guess I'm gonna go ahead on and say Paulson Adebo. I think he's really doing doing very good. I kind of expected uh Carl Granderson to have the sacks that he's having right now, since he's like our only pass rusher on the team. I kind of expect that. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets double digits, but if he don't get double digits, then that's still kind of expected. But Paulson Adebo coming off that injury that he had last
Yeah.
season, and a lot of people probably thought that'll just shoot down his confidence. Nah, it really didn't. If anything, it just lit up a fire under him to come out and
Mm-hmm.
play very good after the high ankle sprain. My underachiever, I'm gonna have to go with, if we just going off of expectations. You know, last year we couldn't stop the run. We didn't have interior uh push or whatever. We got rid of David Onyemata. We got rid of what his name is. What's the dude who's
Caden Ellis.
no, not Caden. We got rid of we let Caden Ellis walk, but he ain't on our team no more. But I'm talking about the dude who
Mm-hmm.
stepped on Mac Ryan. Damn, what's his name?
Side title.
Yeah,
Right,
Shy
Tuttle.
let go both of those guys,
Mm-hmm.
and immediately after we let them go, we went and got Kalen Sanders. I think that
Yeah.
Kalen Sanders is underperforming. I think that by us having so many other guys up under him, he need to really be showing that his talent is just uh leaps and bounds better than the rookie Brian Brazil, leaps and bounds better than Malcolm Roach. But I think they've been performing just as well as him, and he's getting the most steps. And I feel like
Right.
if it wasn't for him getting on them fullback packages and it just being eye candy to the fans and it being fun to the fans, because it ain't that much eye candy we have besides Taysom Hill or Chris Olave every once in a while. If it wasn't for that, a lot of people and a lot of fans would just be wondering, like, where is he at? Like, you seen the last drive that happened with the running backs just, you know, showing their dominance. We knew they was going to run the ball. We just couldn't stop it. And that was one of the guys that was supposed to just help with that. And when it comes to sacks, he's not getting any sacks either.
True.
But I can also put Pete Werner on there too. But we had a lot of expectations from Sanders, after the signing that we gave him once we let those guys go.
Yep, and
Very
I
true.
agree because, like, you know what gets me upset though is that, and I'm never gonna fall for this again. That the Saints, because people like Saints fans, they keep complaining. They keep saying, "Oh, but Sean, man, like they keep complaining how Sean Payton never built like the right team." But there was one thing that negated that: we were winning. But now, since Dennis Allen, oh, he's going out and signing guys like Jamal Williams. He's honestly a candidate for underachiever. He signed guys like Tyrann Matthew, Jarvis Landry, like countless others, Marcus May. And fans were like, let's go. This is my coach because he actually brings in talent. What's the point of having talent if you can't win? Why? Like, what's the point? Just so it can look good on the box score?
Hmm.
I don't know. Man,
We just
I
a
would take those
sad
days where we
team.
would sign like 2 players in free agency if it means that we can have that success again.
Hmm.
It's true. We just have a sad team right now. It's just nothing is gelling. Um, it's sad to watch. That's why I stopped watching.
Yeah. Well, Jerry, I guess he must have got off or whatever.
Okay.
We're coming in on to an hour and 34 minutes on the stream. I'm gonna get ready to close the stream out. I'm gonna let you guys have any closing thoughts that you want to get off your chest before we do that.
I'll let Pam go first.
Oh, well, thank you, Mike. Dude, just thanks, No Cap, No Filter, for letting us have this outlet. I can't even say it's gonna get better, y'all. I mean, I, I don't know what to say. It's just a sad time to be a Saints fan right now, and we have been on the highest of highs, and now we are in the valley, and we just gotta kind of wait it out. I mean, I don't know what else to say. I know for sure we have Derek Carr for one more year at least, maybe two. Um, and I don't know. It's very unknown right now, and I don't like the feeling that I have that the Saints give me right now because nobody's trying to change. I feel like try to do something, change something, and it's like we're just gonna keep rowing this boat, and we're going nowhere. And so I can't watch it like this, and maybe that makes me a lesser of a fan, but I hate to see us like this. So, but thanks for the show tonight. It's been great.
Yeah, thanks,
Yeah,
Pam. Go back in the
Thank
yeah,
you.
time.
yeah. All right, but now I have to say something. All right, so last thing I'm gonna say before I do whatever the hell I want. I want to let y'all know, to all those optimistic Saints fans, that even though we lost to the damn Dirty Birds, um, who are still optimistic, I want to tell y'all something. What is there to be optimistic about? We have to play the Lions. Then we have to play the freaking Panthers, Buccaneers. Like, honestly, Tommy DeVito might walk into our house and beat us, and I'm going to that game. As much as I don't want to, I think I might go to that Saints Giants game, and yeah, I'm probably gonna vlog the entire thing too. But so yeah, the Saints, we suck. We always will suck. If Dennis Allen's our coach, the Saints have no business even being in playoff competition. I wish the NFC South was better, so our misery could be put out, or we could be put out of our misery. Misery. Derek Carr, you suck. You absolutely suck. I want to hit you in the head with a baseball bat, and I'm done.
All right, Mike. Thanks for calling in, man.
All right, bro.
Yeah, man. A lot of good points they was making, man. Shouts out to Snake Bite in the chat, Pammy Whammy for calling in, Jerry for calling in, Hurricane Mike for calling in. A lot of good points they was making right there, man. And we're just looking at the Buffalo game, they just scored. They up 34-31 in overtime. We're gonna see how that play out. But 34 points and they changed the offensive coordinator, man. They're making changes. Um, good stream, no cap. Thanks, man. I tried, man. I tried. So, but like Mike said, to the optimistic fans, there's nothing wrong with being an optimistic fan. There's nothing wrong with neither way we all fan. We all fan different. We all got the same common goal. We just got different paths. And when you you know, an optimistic fan, I don't really see anything good for the future as long as we straddle it together a few wins and maybe win a division or maybe get a wild card. Like all that's gonna do is just have a harder schedule for us next year, have a worse draft pick, bring back Dennis Allen, him and Derek Carr be paired up. Like I see no upside to that. Now if you want to say, well, the upside is we host we host a playoff game and anything can happen, and you start bringing up those Giants teams who just caught fire and you know went on a run. Like if you want to look at it like that, to each his own. But man, At the end of the day, I just hope that we could just move on from Dennis Allen. I hope we draft our quarterback. That's all I really hope. That's my only thing. Jerry G Saints, awesome streams. Yeah, appreciate it, Jerry. Call back anytime, man. But yeah, man, we're gonna go ahead on the end the stream right here. Next stream, we're gonna just go ahead on and talk about any new breaking news they have. Hopefully we get that news that we all want. But if not, whatever news we get presented to us, that's what we're gonna cover and that's what we're gonna talk about. Y'all guys welcome to come on, get y'all get y'all points across. Let this be a vessel and an outlet y'all use to have y'all voices heard, and we just grow from here. We just hope that we could just see some type of turnaround uh with either path that us as fans wants to take. We just want to see a turnaround. We want to see success. Um and then we're gonna get into getting into this Lions game and just coming up with predictions, coming up with what we think we're going to see the injury report. We gotta hope that Shaheed is okay. We gotta hope that Olave is okay, and we're just gonna go from there, man. But until then, I just gotta say, man, who that? Y'all don't let this team destroy your mood. Don't let this team make you go into work moody. Don't let this team make you come home moody. Don't let this team make you be moody and in a bad mood around others and bringing off that nasty energy. Man, it's not even worth it. Dennis Allen, Derek Carr, Pete Carmichael, Mickey Loomis is not worth it. Trust me. You ain't got to root for them to lose, but at the same time, don't let them get your emotions high and get your nerves bad when they do. But until then, man, y'all be safe out there. And who that?